Welcome to TAL everyone. That is a brand new A45S Edition 1. It has a special matte finish paint with the yellow accents. Remember the older shape A45? You got an Edition 1 and then you got that night edition version thingy, the black and yellow one. This kind of reminds me of that because black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Unfortunately, we will not be driving it. We were supposed to, but turns out it's sold. So yeah, we can't really drive that. But anyway, let's get a start up, hear the sound, and have a look at the car. I want to start having a look at this car from the back. If you look, this car has the aero package, so that means it's got a nice big wing at the back, pretty much the same as the older car. And like I said, that matte grey paint looks very nice, and also black alloys on this car, and there's more yellow accents. The back looks very aggressive. The car is overall a little bit lower and a little bit wider than the standard one. You've got exhaust tips at the back. They are not really 4 exhausts. You'll see in the shot it's actually one just behind these. You can get them debadged as a no cost option, but from an aggressive standpoint, if you take the aero package, I feel it does the job justice. If you look at the handles, got some chrome on it. The mirror is blacked out though, and you've got a panoramic roof on this one. You can option everything on these, to be honest. If we have a look at the front lights, it has the multi-beam LEDs, so it's got the proper LEDs. It's more aggressive in the front. It's got the new Panamericana grille. All these new shape 45S's have them. The 35 doesn't. It has the old shape that looks like the E63S. The 35 has the grille like that, and the new top of the range models have the Panamericana grille. Overall, quite a nice looking car. Let's hop on the inside and have a look. Okay, it's very premium in here once you jump in. It feels like a bigger car than the older one did. It feels more spacious, more airy, less claustrophobic. You feel like you have quite a bit more headroom. The Edition 1 carries on with the accents on the inside also. So we've got yellow stitching on the doors, we've got yellow on the seats. This has the upgraded bucket seats, the AMG seats. They're pretty comfortable, well supportive. You can adjust them in many ways. They are electric seats also. Very comfortable buckets. If I just pop on the ignition for you one more time, there we are. We have ambient lighting in an A-Class, a full display, one for the speedometer, one for the infotainment system. I say one, it's actually one big glass panel. The steering wheel is amazing. It's covered in Alcantara. It's got the little yellow stitching at 12 o'clock. We've got dials on the steering wheel that you can change your modes and move it to Sport, Sport Plus, and haptic feedback, and it is nothing short of amazing. It's very premium in here. I love the way everything looks and feels. It feels quite strong. Even these plastic vents, they feel quite well made, to be honest, with the ambient lighting. More piano black at the bottom, and we don't have any swivel wheel. It's touch screen right here, start, or we have this haptic feedback thing, which I didn't think I would be a fan of, but it works pretty well. Besides that, I don't have a lot more to say about the interior. You can spec it with pretty much anything you want. This car has a panoramic roof. You can get reverse camera, park distance control, self-parking, lane assist, you know, everything you want you can option on this car. I'm sure you can option heated and cooled cup holders, because this car costs almost 1.5 million rand, so I suppose you should be able to option a lot more. So besides that, the interior is brilliant. It is expensive, but it feels it. The A45S has the M139 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. Yes, pretty much the same layout as the previous generation, but much more impressive. Power is all the way up to 310 kilowatt and 500 Newton meters of torque. They say 0 to 100 in around 3.9 seconds with the new 8-speed dual clutch gearbox. And of course, no manual as before. Oh, but we do have a drift mode this year. So I have the seat in front of me placed in my driver's position. I'm just under 6 foot, maybe 6 foot if we're giving me a little bit of height preference. As you can see, the legroom is not too bad for a small car. Let's remember, it's not a humongous car. It's reasonable. Headroom is actually quite good. It's a big improvement from the older car. It feels less claustrophobic and it feels more airy in the cabin. We've got also a little ashtray here with some USB ports, and that's about it. Wouldn't be too bad to be on a long journey in the back of this car unless you were above 6 foot, I'd say. And let's have a look at the boot space. So if we open up the tailgate in the new A45S, not electric unfortunately, you'll see it's quite a big improvement over the old car. It's actually really usable now for hot hatch. The old one wasn't necessarily bad, but the new one is not a small improvement, it's a humongous improvement. I think that was an area that a practical hot hatch should excel in, but the older shape it didn't excel in, it just got through. Nowadays, more than enough space, and you can drop the seats also if you need more space, so no issues there at all. Don't you love the new Mercedes keys? With other companies like BMW, they keep getting bigger and bigger over the years, but they forget that this thing should fit in your pocket. So Merc have made a classy, elegant design, and it says AMG on it, and it's nice and small. Look, I'm putting it in my hand. It's nice and small, so it fits very seamlessly in your pocket. Good job, Mercedes. If you want all that fancy gadgetry, just connect the app to your phone and you can do everything via your phone. Thumbs up from me.